And we're live.
Are we actually?
We are live. Hello,
All right.
people.
All right, man.
It
Hey, but
is.
before we
Are
start
we
for
actually? Go
real,
ahead.
I
We are
just
live. Go ahead. I keep doing the same thing here on my phone.
whoa, what's going on?
Nothing. Just a little bit of
I'm
echo,
I'm
man.
hearing
Everybody,
two of my
don't panic.
voices, and I took my pills this morning, man. So the
Don't.
voice
Your
is, in my head.
pills. Damn. How's it
Look,
going?
man. Okay, yo, no, for real. Before we start though,
Yeah,
look, man. I know I borrowed like $200 to buy Shiba. I promise I'll pay you back. All right.
that's
I
fine,
gotta
man.
pay.
That's fine. That's fine. What'd you buy with it?
I Shiba and Moon, like Mars Elon coin.
You know we're live streaming, right? Anyways,
Are we? I bought Chihuahua Musk Mars coin. That's the coin I bought.
hey,
I
man.
aped
Look,
in.
that's what happens, man. This thing dropped like it's nothing yesterday. 40%, huh? 40, fifty
Yeah,
percent.
yeah. Are we actually live right now?
We're 100% live. People, thank you for
Okay.
watching. Hello, everyone. It is 8, 11, 11:30 Eastern Time, our time here. The market is looking good. We're up almost what? The whole market cap, the whole crypto space, man. It's good news. We're up 14.1% as we speak in terms of market cap. So it looks like we're doing some sort of a bounce back, man. We're doing some, we're just coming back to the market. We got some good news out there. Let's see if this holds. But how are you doing today, man?
Well, I'm buying the dip. I took some profits on my Polygon positions. If you were a member of our VIP Discord, I don't mean to like immediately start chilling, but hold on, give me 1 second. I'm having some microphone issues.
No problem. We can hear.
Hello,
We can hear
you
you
hear me?
good.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. No, yeah, no. Look, I took some profits in some of my Polygon positions. Well, the vast majority of my Polygon positions to buy the dip and just take some profits, cover my ass a bit. So, if you're a VIP Discord member, you know what I just bought the dip on. We're going to be talking about a few of the things I bought the dip on in this live stream. So yeah, man. No, look, we got plenty to talk about. Was this the bottom? Is this the end of the correction? Are we still in a bull market? What are some of the major factors, off-chain metrics that you guys need to be aware of? There's plenty to delve into in today's live stream. So, where do you want to start
100%.
off here, man?
I want to start off by saying you scared off the people in the chats there. They're asking, did you buy Shiba for real? What's going on?
Hey, come on,
I hope it was a joke. We need to discuss the 4chan warning that played out true to the BTC. Let's not. I don't like discussing that screenshot, man.
the what?
You know the screenshot from 4chan, anonymous ID guy saying,
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. Was it actually that valid? Like, was that actually put up before, or is the screenshot 100% Photoshop,
I don't
man?
know, man. I'm not an
Do you want to
investigative
delve deep
journalist.
into this, Mister?
Yeah, I didn't do some analysis on that screenshot. But look, folks, I just gotta clear the air here. Like, if you've been watching, this channel. I mean, come on, folks. Like, I have some self respect. I definitely would not buy Shiba.
You bought Dogecoin instead.
Definitely would not buy Dogecoin. I have some self respect.
Yes, sir.
Especially not at this point. I definitely would not be touching that crap.
Yeah,
Made 20K on it. Yeah, you were probably early. Yeah, the people who got in early into those meme coins, you were the smart money. The people who got in before the hype started, who were in forever, those people were definitely smart. I'm sure plenty of people made a lot of money, and congratulations to you. But anyone FOMOing in at the top is definitely not smart money.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree, man. A lot of people also got lucky with this. So sometimes, some of them just put in the money and just forgot about it for a while. I know some people that did, but
That's the way to
yeah,
do it.
man. So without further ado, market is up. Bitcoin yesterday, right? If we want to talk about Bitcoin first, did a nice bounce back from 29,000 all the way to the top, back to the 37,000. A nice 23% increase in price within no time. So long wick to the bottom. What do you think, man? Is the market bouncing back, or what do we? I mean, we did our research, guys, in the morning. We really try to get all the news out there just to get a clear picture of whatever's going on. And yeah, we're gonna share with you that today. So if you guys like overall the live streams, we always bring you in all the news. Make sure you like this live stream. It definitely helps out with the engagement, and it shows other people the live stream more. So that would be helpful. But would you want to start off with Bitcoin? Talk about whatever happened yesterday. Last thing we said, let's just wait it out for a bit. Let's just see whatever news comes up, whatever new metrics show us after the day's closed. The day's closed, and we got some things to talk about. Where do you want to start with first?
Yeah, so look, there's a lot to talk about here. I'd also just quickly like to mention, for every 50 likes we get, I will be sharing with you guys what I bought on the dip. There was a few things I bought on the dip. So, folks, there's 30 people watching. More people are going to be trickling in. Smash that like button. Every 50 likes we get, we will share with you guys what I bought. If we don't get those likes, then hey, you'll just have to join our VIP Discord group. They got uh, the alerts on what I bought as soon as I was placing the orders on my other screen. You get access through our Patreon. Link for that down in the description. If not, just smash that like button. It's free. With that being said, enough shilling. There's a lot of important things to talk about here. Let's talk about Bitcoin. So if you don't mind me perhaps starting off a little bit from the lowest price we've reached, was about 30K, and on some exchanges, did we not go to like 29K or something?
Oh yeah, it definitely dipped past the 30K.
Yeah, so from the dip, we're up, 39% here on Coinbase on the US dollar value of Bitcoin. So quite a substantial recovery, super long way to the upside. Ultimately, for me, man, you got so many EMAs and so much resistance above us. For Bitcoin to like start looking healthy here, and for us, and for the market to be more confident, we need a lot of confirmation of trend reversal, and we need to start getting above some of these higher exponential moving averages and some of these moving averages, such as the 200 EMA on the daily, right above us, acting as resistance. That's exactly where we're getting rejected off of. So if and until we flip that from resistance into support, Bitcoin is still very much in a precarious place right now.
100%. Look, for us to even understand what's going on in terms of why did we dip all the way down, we were not supposed to, I guess, dip right away straight to this whole support like it's nothing, and then just right away you can see that just everybody just right away starts to accumulate, and boom, we're back up. You can see here within this on the 5-minute chart, even if you go to maybe the 2-minute, you'll see how quickly we actually dipped all the way to the bottom. And yeah, there's a lot of evidence to how extremely leveraged a lot of traders were. We have information from bybit with $7.2 billion liquidated in terms of long. So a lot of these traders were trying to buy the dip. And if you think about it, if you go back here, so this is almost where everybody got liquidated, somewhere closer to 37, 38. If we're looking at the 4-hour chart, looks like, and you let me know if you agree or not, but looks like a lot of people thought, as we go down here, we're going to find that support at the breakout, exactly at this point here, where we broke above with Bitcoin up somewhere in the beginning, at the end of January. We broke above, came back down to retest the slower, that breakout, and shot right back up. So this was the level where a lot of those, I guess, greedy traders tried to buy the dip on Bitcoin, make some money, extreme over leverage, and they thought that this will be the support. Somewhere close to 38. 38 didn't hold. We peeked through it, and it just fully, everybody start getting liquidated and start just dumping on the next position. And you see that this is not just the whole market just kind of, we're all selling at the same time. This is just a complete annihilation of those extremely leveraged long positions. Right away, the whole market came back up to almost the recovery, and now we're pushing back upwards to these higher levels. So that extreme panic there was just so many different factors in the market yesterday, guys, and just pushing that price action all the way to the bottom. And you're right, man. I think there's a lot of resistance above us, but overall, we have a lot of again, good news out there that look, the over leverage got flushed out of the market. Stronger hands actually bought that dip, and we could be seeing signs of that recovery. Definitely not an easy recovery, but there could be a good recovery coming back up.
Yes. Also, looking here at my screen, we're looking at the fear and greed index, the crypto fear and greed index. All right. And look how fearful the market is. The market is in extreme fear. The last time we were this fearful is when COVID first hit back in March 2020. Look, folks, like, again, historically, buying in this extreme fear zone has historically been the best place to buy, and selling in this extreme greed has historically been the best place to sell. So, folks, the trick is to buy low, sell high, not the other way around. You don't want to be FOMOing at the top when the market's in extreme greed, that's when you want to be selling. You want to be buying in these regions. And of course, it's no guarantee that we recover here. Bitcoin is extremely weak. We're seeing macro lower highs and lower lows, smashing through support levels. Bitcoin is concerning right now. It is highly concerning. We've had a 53% correction, slightly varies depending on the exchange you look at. So there are many, many concerning things. With that being said, again, folks, I think Bitcoin is here to stay. I do not think this cycle is over. Again, we've gone through many charts on our live streams that explain why we have plenty of more upside potential. And so, looking, taking that in and seeing how far we've corrected and how fearful the market is, could this be a fantastic buying opportunity? Who knows? Ultimately, we need to maintain above that 200 exponential moving average on the daily and this 200 simple moving average on the daily. So we have the 200 simple at 30, just about 40,000. And then we have the 200 exponential daily moving average right here at about 42,000. So if we can flip these two from resistance into support, then I think we have a good chance of maybe shooting up to 45K, maybe even all the way to 50K for a bit of a relief rally.
No, 100%, man. I agree. And even just piggybacking off whatever you just said, yesterday in our live stream, we were looking at this on-chain, the week on-chain from Glassnode, just showing us some insights of what's been happening in terms of, just the blockchain itself and how many addresses are in profit, how many addresses that are long-term that haven't really moved their coins. And we just see just in terms of trying to size this correction back to previous major corrections we had as this, and it's comparable to 2016, whatever, a disbelief rally off the bottom. But most importantly is the same thing we had with just post the pandemic consolidation we had, the beginning of somewhere close to at the end of 2020 there, when all the news hit and everybody didn't know what's going on with the market. We had almost a 23% loss, basically, or correction for all on-chain entities, separate wallets and unique wallets being at loss, which is compared to back then. And then we had a nice recovery coming back after. And this is where we're at right now. This is where in terms of the percent of entities in profit right now, dropped that 23% even more, and gave us brought us back exactly to where we were before. But overall, in terms of this, it's called the spent output profit ratio. It's just showing us what the market in total, unique addresses on chain with Bitcoin. It's just showing you how much, whether we're in profit or whether we are at a loss. If we're below the one ratio, we're at some sort of at a loss. And if we're all the way above, then we are in profit as a market in total. And right now we're seeing that overall. Let me know whether you agree or not, man. But I see that this is the first dip we're having ever since, if we're looking back, let's say when we looked at, because we want to compare if this is actually taking us, is this the market top or no, right? This is the main question that everyone is asking. Is the bull run over? Are we going to be in the negative for the next 3 years? That's the question everyone's trying to ask. And we're trying to compare to previously. And looking at this from before, when we had that top back in 2017, if you're looking here previous to that top, we had a couple times where we peaked below the one ratio, where everybody was at a loss. A couple times where that happened, but then again, if you see with the price action, you see a nice recovery that comes back. And right now, this is the first time that we actually peaked that heavily back below the one, somewhere close to the 90. What do we have here? All the way down to 0.99. Yeah, I say it's not really showing. Maybe if I just zoom in a bit. Yeah, so 92%. So this is the first time we actually peak. And if you compare that to before, peak back to the bottom, major loss. If you compare that to the previous years, there should be some sort of correction coming up, right? So
people are selling at a loss, is what we're saying here.
Oh yeah, people are definitely selling at a loss. But compared to the previous peaks we had back in 2017, this is the first time we're having that much of a loss in terms of the whole market selling those coins. And we had a couple times where we peaked to the bottom side, and it actually caused that correction after. This is just the first time. So we'll see how that plays out, guys.
Yeah, no, and look, we're seeing that reflected in some of our market indicators. One of our favorite ones to mention is the net unrealized profit and loss chart, which again has historically done a pretty good job, very good job of calling cycle tops and bottoms. Whenever we enter this blue euphoria zone, historically is always correlated with cycle tops. We never entered that blue euphoria zone. Another reason, another factor as to why I think This was just a giant shakeout, although again, things are still quite precarious. Now, look how far we've reset. We're fully from within this green zone now into the yellow zone. So let's assume that it just was a massive fake out and we see some V-shaped recovery, some consolidation, and Bitcoin just goes on to recover and the bull market goes on. Well, this correction gives us tons and tons of more sustainable growth to the upside. Because look, if we would have just kept going here, if we would have just ripped up to 70K, we would have entered this blue euphoria zone. A bunch of people would have made money too fast. And again, enter that blue euphoria zone historically correlates with cycle tops. This way, with what happened, we have corrected quite a lot, reset quite a lot. So if and when Bitcoin does decide to recover, that recovery, that impulse upside will have plenty of more room to run up, and that run up will be more sustainable, given that these market indicators have had a giant course correction and giant reset. So again, I'm not saying this was the bottom. Bitcoin is still very precarious. Something I'd also like to throw out here is whenever we correct very, very quickly, we form that long wick to the downside, and we don't consolidate there for a while, sometimes price does like to come back down there eventually. So, maybe retesting, maybe 30,000 is perhaps still in the playbook. Again, what we want to see with Bitcoin is flipping some of these major resistance levels into support. The 200 simple moving average on the daily and the 200 exponential moving average on the daily are the two most major support / resistance levels closest to us right now. So we need to flip those levels if we want Bitcoin to be bullish again.
No, 100%. I agree, man. Have you seen Bitcoin dominance? If you switch maybe to your
Let's take a
screen
look.
there,
Oh, it's ripping up.
Yeah. It is 100%. But then again, I think obviously the fact that it's taken the whole market as a total, right? Right now we're sitting at I think 1.9 trillion in terms of so 1.9 trillion in terms of market cap. So
wait, hold on. Sorry, that's a big deal. You're
Yeah.
saying that the total crypto market cap is below 2 trillion?
It is below 2 trillion.
Oh, wow, that's a big deal. Okay.
But then again, the way I'm looking at this right now with Bitcoin dominance actually shooting up when the whole market was going down is telling you that, obviously a lot more holders, the long-term holders are in Bitcoin as opposed to like a lot of these other altcoins. So the altcoins will drop heavily, not as bad as Bitcoin, however. So it just shows you in terms of if dominance right now actually went up while we're going down overall in terms of the market. It's just saying the money was actually being taken out from the altcoins quicker than Bitcoin. But just something interesting, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like when when the bull market's up in the air, because I assume most people know the market knows the altcoins are riskier. So you're right, man. Total cryptocurrency market cap 1.8 trillion. That's a big deal, man. Holding that 2K trillion psychological level, that's significant that we fell below 2 trillion there. Now, again, it's not all doom and gloom. What are we seeing here? We're seeing some signs, in our previous live streams we mentioned, we're seeing some signs of smart money buying the dip. For example, we've seen $750 million in Bitcoin withdrawn from exchanges when Bitcoin was around $30,000. So, we're seeing a lot of news stories saying how people are buying the dip. Smart money is buying the dip. We were showing charts the other day of how money is moving from new investors into old investors, from weak hands to diamond hands. And so, again, folks, I think crypto is here to stay. Even if we assume the worst case scenario, okay, bull runs over, we have to wait until 2024, 2025. I mean, Bitcoin's still going to be here. Ethereum's still going to be here. Well, most of the major high caps are still going to be here. I plan on just hodling. I don't know about you, man. And again, not financial advice. I have a much higher risk tolerance than most people. But at this point, that's kind of
no, that's what we're saying.
Plan.
100%. Look, at the end of the day, we just bring this to your attention, guys. We don't we're not saying, hey, this is what's gonna happen. But we love the market. We love crypto overall. I feel like we got desensitized to this whole movement, man. Like, I got so used to waking up so many times and saying, "Oh, I'm down 20%, or I'm up 40%." Now
yeah, it's like whatever.
100%. Yeah. But that's the thing. So like even right now, again, just piggybacking off your point, maybe we'll end it with Bitcoin here, unless we have something else to say. But Bitcoin's bull run, just overall some good news starting to come out, right? Slowly. That's what we were saying yesterday in the live stream. Just give it some time, guys. We might continue to drop, but we also look at the news out there and see what those big guys are saying. So right now, Bitcoin's bull run is still intact, according to Skybridge Capital's Anthony. I can't even say his last name, but anyways, the bottom line, I can't really share the video here, but he actually just came out and just said his 2 cents on whatever's going on. Bitcoin's 2021 bull cycle was paused, not entirely stopped, and we will resume. The founder of Skybridge Capital said in a new interview. The former White House communications director addressed the recent environmental issues and called Bitcoin a fully robust monetary network. So he addressed even the China, because the China ban definitely added to this whole thing. But overall, similarly to the most discussed market crash theories, he touched upon the tremendous amount of leverage traders, what we just discussed. But overall, long-term Bitcoin is definitely bouncing back. However, he said that his organization's research pointed out that a substantial amount of energy Bitcoin uses comes up from renewable resources. He says almost 40%. So just going back to what Elon was saying. But overall, he also noted that Bitcoin's overall carbon emission is only 0.13% of the total carbon emission just worldwide. In terms of China, where the world's most populated nation reiterated its negative stance on Bitcoin lately, he said that I accept the fact that China may never allow cryptocurrency because they have a closed economic system. But then again, Facebook and Google went up, right? And they have their own overall, what's it called? What's the word I keep... I keep forgetting the word, man. Not
what
privacy. Forget rules or whatever the case might be. You get what I'm saying. So,
sure.
So that's the thing. You still have Google, Facebook back in the day blowing up, even though China was heavily opposing because they have their own closed monetary system, just overall social system. And that doesn't mean if China's banning services, which they've been banning it for the past, probably this is the 9th time they actually banned it or put out a letter. Things still go up, so it's definitely something to keep in mind.
Yeah, and look, all these issues Bitcoin's had, and look, Bitcoin's always had FUD ever since its inception. Ever since Bitcoin was $1, it's had nothing but constant FUD and every single thing in the world working against it. And what has Bitcoin always done historically over the long term? Constantly go up, make higher highs and higher lows. There's always been FUD. You think when Bitcoin was first created, there wasn't everything in the world against it? It was. And just what does it do over time? It keeps proving its critics wrong. It keeps getting adopted. It keeps increasing in price over time. Bitcoin is highly volatile, and it's it is a speculative investment, and that's why we're all here. We're all in crypto and not in stocks for a reason, because in crypto you can make a shit ton of gains. There's also a shit ton of risk. Bitcoin is volatile, but even with these boom and bust cycles, bear and bull cycles, we still over the long term trend upwards. We still over long term make higher highs and higher lows, even in the bull and bear market. So I think whatever FUD we get in the short term, Bitcoin's here to stay. In terms of Bitcoin dominance, I think we're just starting to see the beginning stages of this recovery where we've been doing nothing but falling. I think Bitcoin dominance is very long overdue for an uptrend. We're probably going to do something like this, and then go for a final leg down and kind of like the final alt season. A few things I want to mention as well here with Bitcoin. I think two or three things, and I'll wrap up, which is I think this candle right here, like late January, is when Elon Musk and Tesla first announced that he was into crypto, or Bitcoin specifically. I'm pretty sure it was around this region. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was around here, which is also pretty funny. That's
in
January. Pretty sure it was right here. I think so, yeah. Which is also funny, exactly where we found support right now. So isn't it funny that, right where Elon Musk announced that he was getting into Bitcoin is right where we fell down to and find our support when Elon Musk announced that he might have been getting out of Bitcoin.
He's Satoshi Nakamoto, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah. So then I'll just I feel bad if I didn't mention this. All right. The Bitcoin cycle chart here. So Bitcoin has historically moved in these 4-year cycles because of the halvings. Okay. Historically speaking, based off the previous 2 cycles, from the bottom of the market to the halving, it's 51% of the entire bull market. Okay. And then from the halving to the top is 49% of the entire bull market. This has happened twice. So again, no one indicator is the end all be all. We need to look at a bunch of different indicators, and the more of them that pointing in the same direction, the more confident we could be of direction. So given the last halving, I think Bitcoin still is likely to run up until September, October this year. So again, this is not the end all be all, but I think we have a few charts telling us that Bitcoin over the long term still has plenty of upside potential. In the short term, Bitcoin is incredibly concerning. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This 53% correction is uncommon, concerning. And so again, if we want to see Bitcoin really start to recover and show some strength here, the first thing we need to do, the first signs we need to look out for is flipping the 200 exponential moving average on the daily and the 200 simple moving average on the daily from resistance into support and solidify that. Once Bitcoin does that, then we can kind of breathe a temporary sigh of relief. That's just, one major kind of resistance level that we need to flip above, although it's not going to be an easy climb back up because there's tons of layers of resistance above us. But so those are some of the major factors that you guys need to be aware of with Bitcoin, in my opinion.
Yes, sir. One thing I would say, maybe if I add that to that, I'm just looking at Bitcoin as well. If you're looking at the hourly chart, would be right now, the past like 4 or 5 hours was the first time we actually broke above the 55 EMA ever since, ever since the 12th of May. So it is still a pretty good sign, I would say. We're probably going to come back down right now to retest this 55 EMA region on the 1 hour, see if that holds, which is the $40,700. So if that holds, we already touched the 100 EMA as well. It could be one of those things where we just broke above this resistance. You can see how many times: first time, second time, third time, and even same thing here. We had that resistance happen, so now we just broke above it. Looks like we want to retest it again. We haven't really visited yet, so it's pretty good. That's very into the 1 hour chart, so it is on a lower time scale. We gotta go on lower time scales here or time frames just to see to see how that's playing out, because if you go into the daily, you're not really seeing much happen in terms of all that noise. So, but yeah, man, no, I agree. But this is it for Bitcoin. If you have anything else, if you guys like the stream so far, make sure you press that like button, and it definitely helps out with the engagement a lot. And I see a lot of chats, man. Here, there's a bunch of people talking.
Yeah, so Arcus Casperson says, hey, Arceus from Discord here. Guys, if you aren't in the VIP group, what are you even doing? In my experience, it is really worth it. Mostly the ability to get insights one-to-one like I just did. Yeah, man, first off, awesome to see you. Glad you're a member. I'm very happy you've had a positive experience. And yeah, look, that's ultimately what our group is about. Me and Messin, we do this all day, every day, right? Like, this is our passion. We're pretty confident in our understanding, and hopefully, we can share that with you guys, and you guys can become more confident in your own understanding over time. So we love sharing our insights. We're glad you can get some value off that. And yeah, folks, if you want to become a VIP Discord member, again, you get access to our Patreon. Click on the link in the description. Down below in the description.
You heard the guys.
Yeah, there you go. So, man, look, there's a lot to talk about here. We barely even gotten to the good stuff yet. What do you want to talk about here?
Let's talk about Ethereum, man.
Take a look at Ethereum.
You want to look at that scary chart, or?
Yeah, Ethereum, man, Ethereum. So actually, there's endless things to say about Ethereum. Ethereum corrected 56% on the Coinbase US dollar chart. This is
can you imagine? You just got into crypto, you're excited, you got some money on the side. Like, I got a 10K, maybe 15K or something, whatever the case might be. I'm just gonna throw it in and boom.
Ethereum found its support. Yeah, it's not an arbitrary place, right? We found support back where we had a bunch of previous sideways price action. So while experiencing all this sideways price action sucked, what did it do later on? It gave us a level of support that we see didn't fall below. So that's kind of a good thing to see. This is the market's telling us this area right here between 2,200 and 2,000 is a strong support level moving forward. So that's good to see. Do you have any first impressions here with Ethereum?
No. This is pretty much it. I mean, it's nothing. Look, the whole market kind of went down, same pattern, same way, but Ethereum definitely, obviously is a lot of weak hands right now that we're holding. And yeah, obviously, man, if you're seeing that drop continue to happen, a lot of the light start to shed on Ethereum. Once we start, peaking above the 2K, I start seeing a lot of, mainstream light being shined on Ethereum, and we're seeing it from a lot of those on-chain metrics that there's a lot of those coins that we're dumping. A percentage of them were from those long-time holders from way back, from all the way down there, so older coins, and those younger coins are pretty got into the market pretty soon here, beginning of the year, or just moving all the closer, like February, March, April. started to move those in. So those coins that got dumped were really fairly newly traded or newly bought. And yeah, definitely a lot of look at this candle, man. Look at this, exactly the support what we had previously, the 2K breakout. And yeah, it just tells you now we have a pretty identified all-time highs closer to the 4,300 right dollars. Now, people, when you're buying it at 2K, and you can tell you're overextended, you can tell you're bought all the way back down 56%, right? So that's definitely a great sale price for a lot of people, even if it falls back down. Even if it falls back down below, if you're buying at the 2K, going back to the lower levels is still extremely oversold for Ethereum. But yeah, man, looks like right now, while we're going down, if we even maybe go down to the 1 hour chart, as we go up, as soon as we start breaking from this region over here, the 4,000, as soon as we start breaking below the support, definitely started this whole movement to the bottom, went down, came back up to retest it again, and it's just been really a bad almost a week for Ethereum. And yeah, right now we're seeing that. So it looks like we're trying to, as soon as we broke below the the 3,000, it's definitely ahead of us right now. The 3,000 is going to act some sort of a resistance that we need to break above. And yeah, looks like the 55 EMA, we're getting the heavy rejection on it. We need to see Ethereum at least come back down, but maybe make a bit of a higher low in terms of price action. But definitely a lot of look, guys, we're saying a lot of recovery, right? That's what me and you have been saying. Looks like we could be recovering, but don't expect it to be an easy one. Don't expect it to happen tomorrow. And yeah, it's extremely volatile. The market is just going crazy, and a lot of people want to continue to sell. A lot of people want to continue just to buy that dip. So overall, keep that in mind, guys. The recovery won't just happen. I think it's gonna probably be within the next, honestly, now thinking about it, man, month, 2, 3 months, where we're trying to struggle between those higher lows and lower highs.
Yeah, it could be. We could see months of just sideways price action consolidation. Which again, if we just consolidate, if my worry is making new lower lows. That's honestly my biggest worry with Bitcoin and Ethereum, making new lower lows. If we make new lower lows below 30K with Bitcoin, if we make new lower lows below 1900 with Ethereum, that's when I start to worry, because once we're making lower lows after this kind of correction, at that point, it's like there's a lot more factors pointing towards us moving to a bear market and no longer being a bull market if and when we make new macro lower lows. So again, it's totally possible that we could fall back down and kind of correct around the same regions around 2000. I think the key takeaway we want to look out for is not making new lower lows. If we make those new lower lows, that's not a good sign. Now, a few things. Ethereum is actually doing a few very interesting things right now.
Heavy, by the way, as we speak.
It is a lot, yeah. So a few things. So we are forming this ascending triangle, broke out, and we fell back down to retest the breakup when the top of our ascending triangle. So as long as that holds, hey, again, this is like a kind of a textbook thing. Now, this is a very, very macro scale. And we often see this play out in the very short term. It's kind of scary to see this on a macro scale, but we'll form an ascending triangle, break out bullishly, we fall back down, retest it, and if we can hold, we'll shoot up even higher afterwards. So that's kind of what's happening right now on a macro scale. The question is, will we hold here? Will we not make a new lower low? A few of the things we need to look out for is this 200 exponential moving average on the 10-hour. Folks, I've been saying with Ethereum, this is the support level to look out for. This exponential moving average helped me call the bottom here at 1500. I was letting our people know I thought this was the bottom. I called the bottom. I bought the bottom. I longed the bottom. And I said we were going to, I don't know, 2-3K. And I mean, I was right. So folks, we're testing that 200 exponential moving average on the 10-hour right now. So we also have the 3-2 Fibonacci retracement right above us. So basically what I'm saying with Ethereum right now is we need to flip these two support levels that are right by each other from resistance to support. So if and when ETH can flip $2,750 and hold that, that's a good sign. Until we hold above 2,750, we could correct further.
Definitely. And
yeah,
we're literally doing that right now. We're actually trying to find that support as we speak. So let's see how it plays out. Let's see how that plays out. And even if we're looking maybe here at the 12-hour, man, it's just showing you, even from yesterday, it's the 12-hour still looks good for me, right? It's obviously looking exactly similar to, like, if you're looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum's chart, the same exact chart. Like, there's literally nothing different right now with the way it's playing out. So even if you're looking at 12-hour, guys, long wick to the bottom here on 12-hour yesterday. Nice also wick here to the bottom, showing you just complete domination from buyers. A lot of accumulation. And right now, we still have 7 hours to go for the day. So even maybe the 4-hour, we just closed the 4-hour, and we peaked above this previous resistance. We had the 2750. So you're right, man. I agree. 2750 is the spot. This is where we're trying to find the support at right now as we speak. But if you're looking at the 4-hour, we broke above. We're trying to come back to retest it. So let's see how that plays out. And even if you're looking at the Ethereum dominance, by the way, it's been really going down right now. Also get the same thing, trying to find that support, but it's still at the 18.4, 18.4%. So it's pretty good to see that play out. I don't really have much to say about it, but I know you wanted to bring it up. So
Yeah. No, so a few things to say. So first off, I mean, we were both saying ever since Ethereum was above like 3K that we thought Ethereum was very overextended. We were very worried about Ethereum and that we were predicting a correction consolidation. I mean, we were seeing for days, if not
they
weeks,
were saying
folks.
mean things about me in the comments when I said that.
No, but look, again, we were saying it. We're saying, like, folks, a correction is coming. Do not let it surprise you. We are expecting, and now what we didn't expect, what I didn't expect, was this substantial correction. No one expected. We didn't expect that. We thought correction would be coming. We thought it would be maybe like 20-30%, not 50%. 50% is uncommon in bull markets. So I mean, with that being said, folks, again, the market moves in ebbs and flows. So first off, follow the channel and understand also that whenever something goes up, it goes down. Nothing goes up in a straight line forever. Same thing with Ethereum dominance. We've been saying for a while, it's quite overextended. So I fully expect Ethereum dominance to even fall further. So something like this to happen, retest this high, or maybe even go a bit lower, and only after a correction period, then go up and then make a higher high afterwards. Again, we've been saying with Ethereum Bitcoin pairing, I mean, we called the exact bottom on the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing. I said, if we were to correct, I think we're going to fall down to the 0.06 region. That's exactly where we fell to, exactly where we found support. And again, if Bitcoin starts to rip up here, and if it does recover, we could even see continuation of this correction. And again, we always move in ebbs and flows. So I fully expect something like this to happen, or then we take off afterwards. So who knows how far we correct down to. But my point here is, what I'm trying to get across is that the way the market moves is never in a straight line up forever. We have an uptrend correction. But what is the macro trend? Higher highs and higher lows. But just understand that the market does move in these ebbs and flows. And I think we're starting to see some signs with Bitcoin dominance and how in ETH's how much ETH has run up, that if Bitcoin can start flipping some of these resistance levels of support, it's going to be Bitcoin's time to shine in the market soon here, if it did in fact find a bottom.
100%. So looking through the comments, man, they're asking us a couple questions. So let's see. We'll recover. There's people manipulating the markets, are greedy, and want you to sell and buy your coins at a cheap price. Are we still bullish, Fendi? I don't know yet. Gotta wait and see. That's what we're trying to say here. They're letting days go by to make people shit their pants. The run's not over. I think you guys nailed it on calling the low 30s and Bitcoin just before it happened. Gold penny one. You already know. Techno guy, folks, thinks outside the box. 100%. But we got a very important question here, man. They're asking, I also want to know you guys' reaction when Bitcoin hit 30K. No pretending. The first thing that came to mind, I was totally laughing nervously. If you guys, maybe we'll send them the screenshot of what I sent Brendan in the morning.
Oh yeah, man, I don't even remember.
Man, I'm like, hey man, I kid you not, we'll send you the screenshot in the Discord. It's literally saying the world is falling. That's all I said. I'm like, wake up, the world is falling. We gotta get on and see this. But again, I feel like we got a bit. We're still laughing. Man. We're still nervous, but we're still laughing, definitely.
Oh yeah, I was like nervously laughing too. Honestly, I woke up to it. I woke up in the and I saw the correction, and I was like, "Oh wait, this must be some weird altcoin. This isn't Bitcoin, is it?" Like I rubbed my eyes. I'm like, "Oh wait, no. The ticker says BTC," and I was like, "Holy shit!" Oh, yeah. I mean, like me and Messin, we always like joke, text each other. Like anytime there's a slight correction, like, "Oh, I'm panic selling." Like because we joke, right? Like you're not supposed to panic sell the bottoms. You're supposed to sell the tops, not the bottom. So we're always like, oh, I'm panic selling. I'm out. This is it. We dropped 5%. But no, look, man, this was quite a substantial reaction. I
It was.
mean, yeah. And look, we kind of have a little bit of a powwow, me and Messin before the live streams. Like we talk to each other about the charts, share thoughts, compile news stories, do research. And so, like the morning that it happened, I mean, I think I was playing like breakup songs while we were doing like our production
Oh
meeting.
yeah,
While we
man.
had
It was a very depressing energy for sure. We're
I
just.
don't know, man. I was like just kind of like, yeah, like nervously laughing too. And
Oh yeah.
it's not good, man, because like again, corrections are, they're whatever, because I believe in the fundamentals long term, but once we pass a certain point, the corrections become concerning because a 53% correction, that's a very uncommon in a bull market.
Oh yeah.
I think this is the most we've corrected, I think, since 2013. I need to double check that, but
Yeah.
yeah, wasn't good.
And look, man, I think this uptrend is gonna really make people appreciate those green days, man. We've been really falling for a while now. It's been a lot of scary news for a while now. We're looking at the daily. Look, we just withstood a whole storm it's been around for almost like a month now, man. It's 21 days, 3 weeks. So it's just definitely something that's gonna teach us that crypto is not risk free, man. As much as you think you're gonna make the gains in this market, you're inheriting a huge risk as soon as you enter the crypto market, and you really gotta know what's going on. So yeah, man, I think we're gonna appreciate those nice green days after. And now people are gonna 100% think about taking profits when they're at the top instead of just riding the wave till it's like $1 million Bitcoin and you see a huge crash that happens. So this is gonna make the market,
Hey,
these drops, guys, make the people make the market healthy, makes people more mature when it comes to this. All these new people that just got in now, they're like, okay, you know what? Let me wait out for a bit and see how this plays out. And later on, as we go up, I'll be taking some profits as opposed to just dying over this huge dip. So
I feel like that was a personal attack against me. The hodling to 1
look,
million comment.
no, man, no,
I took it
100%
personally.
wasn't. Wink, wink, 100% it's not. But yeah, man. So
Yeah.
what do you want to talk about here next, man?
Well, look, folks, there's honestly so much to talk about. Like we just got through Bitcoin and Ethereum. We have some news stories we want to share with you guys. Some coins I bought the dip on because look, just just to tell you guys like what way I'm leaning. Well, I'm buying the dip, so I mean that should tell you what way I'm leaning. Of course, I am precariously buying the dip. I'm worriedly buying the dip. It might even be very sensible just like fully just wait on the sidelines for a couple days, a week or two, just see what Bitcoin does. Do we make these new lows? Do we consolidate? What happens with Bitcoin? That's probably the safer thing to do. But you know what, man? Maybe we could start taking a look at some of these charts like Vechain,
Yes, sir.
Cardano.
What? I have Vechain here pulled up on my end.
Perfect.
If you're good.
Yep.
Whew. Do you see that? All the way
Yeah.
down to
This
all the
is
way
bad,
down
man.
to 5 cents, man. All the way down to
81%.
5 cents. That's crazy.
81%.
That is crazy.
Like this looks like a top to a cycle, bro. Like look at this massive blow off top, steep peak, a lower high, massive sell off. I mean, this again, man. Like I don't think the bull market's over, but if Bitcoin looks similar to this, I would say we're donezo.
And this looks pretty similar to obviously not like Bitcoin's price action, but guys, like we were talking about this ascending triangle for a while. Typically, if we're uptrending into it, we're supposed to uptrend out of it somewhere close here, somewhere close to the 23, 24%. I would give it all the way maybe somewhere here to the 24 cents, and then continue to push all the way up to the 40 cents. This is nothing crazy in terms of the pattern we're looking at. As soon as we started dropping below, we came back up to retest and boom, just continued to drop bearish pattern after bearish pattern. We're looking at the 4-hour, and literally, man, you're seeing the same candle, by the way, on the 4-hour all across these different charts. Massive wick to the bottom. Everybody's getting liquidated. People are just buying the dip, however, right away. And same thing like with Ethereum right now, with Vechain, we're stuck in this area for a while here, somewhere close to 3 cents. And as soon as it broke out, it actually initiated this massive run up with Vechain, getting back down to retest, and boom. So looks like people, same thing with Ethereum, at those big breakouts, people were just accumulating like it's nothing. And within this 4-hour chart, man, we actually bought Vechain all the way from the 5 cents back up to 131% within 4 hours. Vechain bounced and got accumulated in no time. So it's just something to keep in mind, something to show you how this plays out. But overall, in terms of us looking at these different levels that we need to see Vechain moving, again, I keep saying the same thing. It looks exactly similar to what Bitcoin is doing as well. Bitcoin's been downtrending right now for looking at the 4-hour, but Vechain overall is just gonna follow what Bitcoin's doing. So that's the whole market is gonna just mimic Bitcoin's price action. It's been mimicking and respecting Bitcoin's price action. But if we're looking specifically for what Vechain wants to do right now, you can see here that we have some sort of breakout, entered this massive triangle, side wedge, and we know where the lowest part is. We dropped all the way back below it, closer to the 5 cent. Now we're hovering the 12 cent, and you can see that this is the level that we're going to see a lot of resistance happen right now, which we are seeing. So we need to see how that plays out. We need to see Vechain hold again the 10 cent region. I don't want to see Vechain come back down here. I want to see Vechain at least making some sort of a higher low like it is doing right now, right? So yeah, man. So that's what I think right now. I think definitely a huge resistance at the 14 cent. Significant support, I would say, somewhere close to the 11 cent, 11 and a half. So if this doesn't pan out, this doesn't get us up to these higher levels, you can see here how exactly here also at the 16, 17 cent, there's a lot of price action. So there's a lot of resistance, guys. Recovery is nice, could be good, but there's a lot of resistance coming up ahead of us. And yeah, we need to see where Bitcoin stands.
Yeah, no, I just want to echo a lot of your points, which is, a lot of these odds, we need to see what happens with Bitcoin. They're going to fully follow Bitcoin, in my opinion. I mean, you're right. The kind of the inflection point for Vechain is that 14 cents, tons of clusters of resistance there. In terms of support, we're currently finding support on the 200 exponential moving average on the daily. So hopefully we hold that. I think kind of the key thing is not making a new lower low, not going back below 5 cents, which is insane, from 24 to 5 cents, dude. That 81% drop, like, I don't know, man, it doesn't feel like a bull market to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just being honest, like, I am buying the dip. I do kind of lean towards us still being in a bull market, but we're seeing some signs that the market's trying to convince us otherwise. So a few things here. I think if we do correct further, I think kind of the 10 cent to 9 cent is probably where we fall to next. We have volume building up there. We have the 618 Fibonacci retracement right there. So I think kind of one sign we want to look out for is, although we're finding rejection on our 100 exponential moving average on the daily, if we hold the 618, the golden pocket, if we can basically hold above 10 cents, 10 and a half cents, then that's a good sign.
You can see how reactive it was to it.
Yeah, right here, these daily candles. Yeah, no, fully. So again, like, this is super, super weak. So I think what we want to look out for is signs of strength. And one sign of strength is continuing to hold above these support levels below us, continuing to hold above the 618 right here, the golden pocket, not making a new low below these daily candles. If we start to hold some of these support levels, then, we can start to see some strength build up. Ultimately, man, like, I don't know about you, but I think the market's probably due for long consolidation periods. 100%. Best case scenario.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Best case. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I mean, this chart, like, we're saying recovery a lot, and I do anticipate some sort of recovery coming up. I think that panic and fear we need to wait, because a lot of news brought us down. This wasn't just something where the whole market is just dropping because of technicals, and neither fundamentals. Fundamentals are still pretty good. Nothing, it even got better. Even the Ethereum ecosystem in general got a lot better. So right, DeFi space in general got better. So it was the news that's been dropping us. The whole movement that brought us down started with even Elon talking about Bitcoin back in the day, and even those miners in China as well shuts down the mining facility because of an outage, and boom, we're seeing a lot of news out there as well. Obviously, the mining, then the hash rate, obviously that affected the Bitcoin blockchain as in total, right? But in terms of price action as well, there was a lot of news, man, a lot of bad news for the past whatever months. And look, man, I know at one point we'll probably talk about it as well. But besides this, this reminds me of even same thing with remember when XRP fell heavy off that triangle with support just because of the
Right.
SEC,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
took some time. It really took some time for that to come. Even I don't know if you have it open, but maybe we can take a look at it.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. Everybody's extremely excited about XRP. One bad news came up. You can see how it just dropped heavy back in the day, and yeah, you probably see it right there.
Hey man, look,
Yeah,
this is why you're the technical analysis expert for France, because you just brought up like an amazing point,
yeah,
which is this does feel a lot like what
fun.
XRP was doing back in December,
Yeah,
where like, look, everyone was super hopeful about XRP. The bull run starting, we're making money. We finally broke for major resistance. We finally had a major impulse. Then I think it was like right around here, right
oh
when
yeah.
that flare airdrop happened. That's when the lawsuit came out with the SEC, the SEC suing Ripple.
And
And so
look
what
how
did we see
quickly
afterwards?
it dropped, man. It
Yeah,
dropped
yeah.
in no time.
Quick drop. We dropped 68% with XRP. 68%. And what did we see later? Like a long consolidation period, and we start to recover. But what was the key thing with XRP is I mean, depending how you call it, we did kind of make a new lower low here. And I think that new lower low is extremely concerning. Making that new lower low after massive correction is extremely concerning, especially when we're like approaching the tail end of when the end of a bull market could be. It's extremely concerning. But after this low, we did not make a new lower
Right.
low. So that's what we want to look out for. If we want this kind of recovery that XRP saw, the first sign we need to look out for is not making new lower lows. Like just like real quick here, like see, this is the low. We made a higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low.
Yeah.
That's what we need to see. We need to see these higher lows. We can get rejected all the live long day, but as long as we make those higher lows, that's what we need to look out for.
Yeah.
If we start seeing macro lower lows, that serves as confirmation of the downtrend, of the bearish trend we're seeing. So what we need is those higher lows.
So that's what I'm trying to say, or trying to get across, I guess, is the fact that news do hugely affect price action, and it makes it look very irrational. It makes it look very irrational. Looks what happened to it. We're in the middle of, we're just picking up with XRP and everything. As you see, it comes up, a bunch of things coming up, some negative news, and now we're in a lawsuit. Now we're just trying to push. And boom, I remember this made the whole market move down as well, man. Everything was actually falling just because, the US and the SEC now, it's just XRP was basically representing the crypto world and, in the US government. And yeah, it just makes you, it just shows you how price action 100% definitely affects the price action. Sorry, news affect news. No, my bad. News, because I was looking at your trend and you just moved it to VJ. But yeah, bad news affects the price action. It makes it act irrational. If you're looking at it, you won't respect any support, any resistance. And I think, man, this is one of the things we are dealing with at the moment. I think China banning services and accepting crypto payments and all that stuff is just definitely affecting the market right now, and we're seeing the accumulation happen from these bigger guys. And overall, man, I think this is definitely as much as it looks like it's a bad thing, I think it's just it could be a very weak welcome to France right now. It could be a very bad month for crypto in general, but the recovery can really be on the way, man. So we just need to see how that plays out.
And look, what are we seeing here? We're seeing a coordinated FUD effort. Tons of bad news stories all at once. Elon, regulations, China, power outages, the Americans, further regulations. And then what are we also seeing? Everyone's getting shaken out. Weak hands are getting shaken out. People are getting liquidated. What are we also seeing? Whales are buying. Diamond hands aren't selling; they're accumulating. And again, if we take a look at the cycles, we have more room to the upside. So all of this is painting a picture. The picture that I'm looking at is that over the long term, crypto still has plenty of upside potential, even like this year. In the short term, the technicals are screaming bearish. Everything on the chart here that we're looking at with Bitcoin, Vechain, everything's screaming bearish. Macro lower highs, lower lows, getting rejected off previous support levels, now turned into resistance. Everything is screaming bearish on the technicals. But again, the fundamentals are screaming bullish. Tons of accumulation, weekends been shaken out. These FUD stories have always just been a temporary issue. The use case has never been greater. So I mean, again, looking at kind of this scenario, the way I'm operating moving forward is, let's just assume the worst case scenario. Okay, it's the end of the bull run, whatever. Pack your bags, come back 2024, 2025. Okay, well then I'll just hold my solid altcoins until 2024, 2025. I don't think that's the case, but let's assume it is. Let's assume the worst case scenario. Look, I think Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, Polkadot, Kusama, Vechain, the good altcoins are still going to be around 2024, 2025. So, I mean, worst case scenario, I mean, I have no problem hodling those coins. A lot of these smaller coins, I mean, who knows, Shiba, shitcoin, who knows if it'll be around 5 years from now. But things like Vechain, things like Kusama, things like Cardano, I have no problem holding for the next 5 years if I really have to. Because again, while nobody knows anything for sure, I do think they have a very good chance of sticking around and being, in entering price discovery, making several exits from this cycle's all-time highs, if indeed the bull run is over.
My man. Vechain's waking up right now as we speak.
Vechain?
Yeah, 100%.
That's great. Yeah.
Look at the 5-second chart right now.
I think the thing we need to look out for with Vechain is the 100 exponential moving average on the daily as well. This week, so when Vechain first had a flash crash back in April, that's exactly what we're getting rejected off right now, which is around where volume starts to build up. So there's a cluster of resistance with Vechain from about 13 cents to, I'd say, about really 14 cents. So from 13 to 14 cents, strong resistance for Vechain. So if Vechain can get above and hold 14, that's a good sign. But until it does that, very precarious.
But it's up 22% today, so it's pretty good.
It's good. Yeah.
But anyways, enough of Vechain here. What are the chats saying? Let's just see.
Yeah, what are the people saying?
The stream here wow, we got 69 people, 77 people in the chat. Hello, guys.
Smash that like button.
Just a bunch of people came out of nowhere. Yes, if you like the stream so far, we're talking about a bunch of stuff. Make sure you like the stream. It definitely helps out with the engagement, and it helps us out in general. Just looking at the chats, man, we are bleeding heavy again. Yes, sir. Where are we dumping now, guys? Technicals, I would say still. We're getting rejected off these crazy levels Brendan has so far with Bitcoin. We're getting that rejection. We got rejected off the 200, and we're really trying to push above. So that's what we're saying, guys. For all the new people that just came in right now, we need to stay. I think patience is key, and this at this moment right now for the next couple of days, we're seeing the market today was up, somewhere close to 40% overall, and we just need to see if that will continue to go above in general. You see here on CoinGecko, the whole market is up 14.1% in terms of market cap, and we're seeing a bit of a bounce. But again, that's what we're saying. There is some sort of recovery that's trying to happen in the market. And if Bitcoin continues to get rejected off the 200 EMA, we said, right? Just so I don't forget what I'm saying here. 200 EMA on the daily, right?
Yeah, 200 EMA on the Can you
hear me, man? All right.
Yeah.
So that's what we're getting rejected off, guys. Where are you at, man?
I was texting. I'm sorry.
So that's what we're saying, guys. For just people that just came in, we are seeing some sort of trying to recover with Bitcoin. Yesterday, we had a huge recovery. The whole market is reacting to Bitcoin at the moment. It's mimicking Bitcoin's price action. A lot of those altcoins are up today. And we're definitely going through the first resistance. The first resistance we're looking at with Bitcoin is 42,100. We are definitely getting that resistance right now. We're trying to hold support somewhere close to the 40K. We are failing, and we need to see how it plays out. This There are some good signs from yesterday as well. You see the accumulation happen. A lot of leverage, over leverage trading. 7.2 billion got liquidated within minutes. They're dropping from the 38K to the 30K like it's nothing. So that drop all the way to the bottom got accumulated so quick. And right now we're seeing it's just that this is probably the longest wick on the daily we had with Bitcoin so far. But just to give you maybe a bit of bit of an idea, we had the same thing back here. Again, a huge wick to the bottom, but we still got rejected as we move downwards. But then again, I think these are at different levels. We're at very low levels, massive retracement, almost 50, what are we looking at? 56 or 54% from the 65,000 all the way to the bottom. Yeah, 54%. So definitely different scenario than what we have here. I think we're at a sale price for Bitcoin. And yeah, man, we just shared a bunch of good news overall. So patience is key in this game. And for the next couple of days, y'all need to chill.
Yeah, patience is key. And I do think we just need to sit on the sidelines and just see how Bitcoin plays out. But look, I'm going to honestly go. What's happening with Bitcoin right now does not look good. We have 7.5 hours before this daily candle closes. And if we close where we're at right now, it's extremely not good. Because, look, we have the 200 simple moving average on the daily and the 200 exponential moving average on the daily, both above us acting as resistance. Is exactly where we've been getting rejected off of. We need to flip those levels. Those are large macro high time frame support levels, moving averages. Those are extremely relevant moving averages, folks. Very, very relevant. We do not want to lose those. We do not want to keep getting rejected off these moving averages. If Bitcoin cannot within the next few days, week or so here, flip these two levels from resistance to support, that's extremely bad. And if we cannot flip these, if we continue to find rejection off these two levels, that would serve as confirmation of the bearish trend. So again, not good to see. So again, we're seeing some, here's the bottom line, folks. Fundamentals, use case for Bitcoin and crypto never look better. Technicals for Bitcoin and crypto, concerning as shit. The short term, very concerning. Long term, I'm not worried. The short term is very worrisome. So again, we still do have 7.5 hours roughly before the daily close. So we still have some time to potentially get above, but the way it's looking right now, it's not looking good.
No, sir, it's not. But then again, we're hopeful. Again, hope doesn't really pay the bills, so we will need to see what those next couple of days have in store for Bitcoin. So in the meantime, man, I know we talked about Bitcoin, we talked about Ethereum now, we talked about Vechain, we ranted a bit about XRP, and even a couple news came up for XRP. Maybe we get those out of the way and then jump to whatever we were buying at the tip we accumulated on.
So why don't we do this? There's 100 people watching, only 29 likes. Folks, that is a financial crime. You gotta smash that like button. If we get to 50 likes, I'll share with you guys the first thing I bought on this dip. Folks, smash that like button. We are seeing some concerning things, although I lean towards us still being in a bull market. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm buying the dip. I want to let you guys know exactly what I'm buying the dip on, but only if and when we get to 50 likes. So folks, smash that like button. In the meanwhile, let's take a look at what you have to bring up there, man.
Yeah, no, something quick, I guess, just in the light of what we talked about with XRP. And I think it's pretty relevant because it will also reflect just overall the crypto. So I think XRP right now is definitely representing the crypto world in the U.S. government's eyes and the SEC's eyes. Today, some bad news for XRP. So XRP's lawsuit update: court denies Ripple's motion to withdraw SEC's foreign requests. And it's just the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit has started to gain pace. Notable development have been taking place on a daily basis as of late. And what is the latest one? The court, presided by Judge Sarah, has given the regulatory body a green flag to continue seeking information from foreign bodies about Ripple's endeavor. So whatever Ripple was doing outside of the US, we need to know more information about it. Ripple doesn't like it. Ripple was asking the court that the SEC should not ask for this kind of information because it will definitely affect their business relationship with these companies outside. So just a bit of back and forth. But again, the court ruled against XRP, and in return, we're seeing 113 million XRP is moved from Ripple's on-demand liquidity corridors to BitGo and Binance. So these corridors are what XRP's chain basically utilizes to move money. On-demand liquidity is an extremely essential part of what XRP basically, just the overall functionality of it. So we're seeing a lot of that money actually going to Binance and BitGo. Not necessarily, we always say the same thing. It's not necessarily for selling, but we know what it is for. It's for selling. So a lot of those from the on-demand liquidity is going to the exchange to be sold. Usually, that's what this signifies. Whenever huge sums of money actually go to the exchange. So yeah, I think that on another note, I guess doesn't really. I don't think our audience much cares about XRP, but I think it's pretty interesting to see how that plays out and what that means for the what crypto means for the U.S. government. So it's just setting precedents, it's just setting that first step to what the U.S. actually feels, or the SEC feels about what XRP is doing and what crypto is in general. So if you want to know how the U.S. feels overall about crypto, watch XRP.
Yeah, no, it's going to be very interesting to see how that lawsuit plays out, how it gets settled. Hopefully that will provide some regulatory clarity. And look, there might be some good that comes out of that lawsuit. Like, however that lawsuit gets settled, whenever it gets settled, there will be regulatory clarity on what constitutes a security afterwards. So,
Oh yeah.
hopefully we'll see more adoption and innovation in the United States with crypto once that lawsuit gets settled. But here's the thing, man. We're at 106 people viewing. We didn't get to 50 likes. So, I mean, we asked you guys to smash that like button. If we got to 50 likes, I'll share with you guys what I'm buying on the dip. But, it seems like we couldn't get to 50 likes. I think maybe people want us to stop talking. Maybe we should end the live stream. I don't know if people, maybe I don't know. Like, do you guys want us to stop here? You guys not want us to keep?
It's a 55. Go ahead.
All right, it's a 55.
Ahead, man.
All right. Yeah, folks. It helps out. Look, guys, we I don't like saying it just to waste my breath. It helps out with the channel. It helps out with the algorithm. The more people that like, the better our algorithm is, and YouTube will share our stuff to more people. So that's why we always push for it. So that's that. But okay, look, we got the likes. Appreciate the support, everyone. I want to let you guys know actually about a few things, but I want to let you guys know about maybe the most exciting one currently, Kusama.
Boom.
I bought some Kusama. I think I bought it at like around here or something.
Guys, he's been nothing. I just say he's been talking about Kusama for a while, and I gotta give you credit, man. I gotta give you credit. This thing has been doing nothing but going up. I remember before even Kusama was released, this guy has been literally every single day calling me about Kusama, and look where we're at right now, man. So you gotta give credit when it's due.
Yeah. Also, it seems like we're having a sound problem. Seems to be an issue with the volume. Is it me or Messin? Whose volume is down? I am Brandon. For those who don't know, is my volume okay, or is it Messin? If you guys want to let us know in the comments, whose volume is bad.
I think it should be good now.
Let us know. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, man. No, look, Kusama, great fundamentals. Of course. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. So here's the thing. Apparently it was my volume. All right. Well, people are saying it should be good now. So, look, Brandon was the issue. Now it's okay. It's better. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I think I'm just closer to the mic. So here's the thing. Look, again, while I love Kusama, the altcoins are just fully dependent on Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin just continues to crash to nothingness, then Kusama, who knows if it stays here. So I am honestly doing a bit of knife catching here. I'm trying to time the dip. This is risky, although I love the fundamentals for Kusama, and if I had to hold for the next 5 years, I'm fully willing to hold for the next 5 years. Worst case scenario, if I really had to. Folks, parachains are quickly approaching. For those who don't know, if a project wants to be interoperable and scalable and be a Polkadot project, you need a parachain. But then when you get a parachain is either by staking with Polkadot or staking with Kusama. So these Polkadot projects need to buy up a shit ton of Polkadot or Kusama, and then lock it up and remove it from circulation for up to several years. The parachains work in 6-month increments up to 2 years. So whenever those parachains start, and the rumored to start within the next few months here, there's going to be a shit ton of artificial demand for Polkadot and Kusama out of nowhere, and then a shit ton of supply is going to leave circulation for up to years suddenly. So, I mean, again, I'm not an economist, but I'm pretty sure anyone can theorize.
Crypto YouTuber, you know what's going on.
I'm a crypto YouTuber. What could happen to price action if demand all of a sudden suddenly skyrockets and supply all of a sudden suddenly plummets? Again, we don't need to be an economist to theorize what could happen to price action. So, again, bullish catalyst ahead. Love the fundamentals. So again, the bull market's kind of up in the air. Things are very precarious. I lean more towards us still being in a bull market, although we need to see confirmation of that. Regardless, I'm buying Kusama here, kind of 370, 360. Personally, I think Kusama is the best combination of something very safe with very solid fundamentals, but still plenty of upside potential. So I love Kusama. I bought Kusama on the dip with some of my Matic Polygon profits.
There you go. There you go. Boom.
There we go.
So, do you have some sort of plan right now? So we're looking at the $375, seeing a bit of retracement. Are you adding more as you go up? Or did you just
good? Yes.
Did you put your whole $3 million into Kusama right now, or what are you saying?
So what I am saying is, I definitely do have a plan with Kusama. Number one, if we get to 100 likes, I'll share with you guys the second thing I bought the dip on. So, folks, smash that like button. There's 113 people watching. If everyone watching this live stream right now, smash that like button. We can definitely get to over 100 likes. Helps out with the YouTube and helps out with the algorithm. So, yeah, man, look, this is a long-term hold for me. I'm not looking to make any kinds of gains in the short term. And if anything, the way Bitcoin's looking right now, this may even correct further in short term. So I'm looking to dollar cost average. I don't expect to make profits anytime soon. Again, I'm fully willing to hold this until 2024, 2025 if I really have to. So again, with that being said, if Kusama corrects further, I'll just buy the dip. If we correct that, that's literally just it, folks. I took some Polygon profits. I have some stable coins waiting on the side. So if we ever have another 20% correction with any of these coins, I'll just buy again. And I'm just accumulating good coins at this point.
Yes, sir. So in the meantime, if that's the case, you know what? I'll also share another one that I've been really looking at. I still giving it a bit of time, right?
Yeah.
But overall, again, and I know you've been talking about it as well, but the crypto.com been really eyeing it for the longest time ever. Just looking at the chart right now, it's sitting at the 11 cents or 12 cent region. I've been adding more and more to it as it goes down. But recently with this massive dip that just happened, I want to see just a bit. I want to give it a bit of time until I see some solid support with Bitcoin and just overall the crypto market. But look, man, crypto.com, I think they did so overall, just love what the project stands for. I think at one point it could be a competitor to what Binance is doing. Binance back in the day, if you guys were watching since way back, since we had like 1,000 subs or like 2,000 subs or whatever, we're looking at Binance at $7-8, right? And it was literally just another coin. Until people start catching up with the fundamentals and what Binance is all about. And just being basically the Walmart of all crypto. Everything gets hosted. Anything, as soon as we start as soon as Binance starts listing some of these low cap coins, you'll see a bunch of people rushing into it because they know, if Binance is looking at it, there's definitely something interesting to look at it. Obviously not with Doge and all the other stuff, but you got my point. Overall, I think crypto.com is doing even better in general. I think it's adding more financial services to the average person, to the average business, to the average Joe. It has the ease of access of Coinbase, in my opinion, right? It's very easy for Coinbase for you to buy back in the day, right? Pretty straightforward. It's not as convoluted as Binance, but it also has the it's also adding a lot of that crypto finance services and allowing more and more people. You have a bunch of invoicing services as well. And I think right now we can clearly see where the top was at 28 cent for crypto.com. And man, I think it's just a pretty good sale at the moment. It really dropped, and we're having a good 58% retracement. So 58% sale for crypto.com. I'm 100% looking at. I'm just averaging my way into it.
Dude, look, man, you gotta get a lot better at bragging, man. All right, you
Huh.
know it's well deserved. You got to get better at bragging. Look, folks, this guy skipped over an amazing statement like it was nothing.
Which
This
one?
guy in one of our very first videos, like you were saying, back when our channel was like 2,000 subs, 1,000 subs, one of our first kind of like top altcoin picks for the bull run was a video that you made. You put Binance in kind of like your top 5, top 10 altcoins for this bull run back when it was like $5 or $10,
I hate it. Don't remind me.
something insane like that. So, folks, like the people who've like stuck around with this channel for a while, like, oof, folks, you got to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon, be notified of new uploads. We've been constantly bringing you guys gold. The entire, what is it, like 8 months we've been like at this now. Like literally, we make videos every day. We haven't missed a single day since we've started. We're constantly calling, bottoms, tops, price predictions, major support and resistance, breakout targets. Folks, smash that like button. Do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
also Crow. I'm actually very happy you put Crow on my radar. And actually, you convinced me just before this live stream. I didn't even have time to share on the VIP Discord group. You usually will share with our VIP Discord members what we're buying first, but I didn't even have time to share because we were talking about Crow before the live stream, and you convinced me to buy Crow. At least I hope I'm remembering the time frame correctly. But anyways, I bought Crow this morning. That is correct. I bought Crow this morning, and look, I think you're right. Like I love anyone who's ever used Crypto.com. Super user friendly, super intuitive exchange. I think Crypto.com is the best, most user-friendly platform for like new people. Like whenever new people come into the market, I always recommend Crypto.com because it has the best user interface. And also, in terms of like when do you know where to buy something, right? Well, personally, what I like to do is I draw Fibonacci extensions from the bottom, macro bottom price action to all-time high. And whenever anything I like falls within the 618, the golden pocket, which means it retraces 62%, that's typically a great place to buy in. Of course, we could fall further. Of course, we could. But the 618 is typically where things like to retrace to, and typically where things like to find a support. And where are we right now? Can anyone guess?
Yes, sir.
We're on the 618 right now. So, I mean, again, while it's always possible we could fall further, whenever we're in the 618, I feel comfortable buying. And so I'll actually probably end up buying a little bit more.
That's
To
what
be
I'm
honest
saying.
with
I
you.
was just waiting. I was
But
just, I
we'll
feel
see.
like we
Yeah,
hyped
no, I like
ourselves up a
Crypto.com a
lot.
lot. Also, by the way, if you don't mind here,
Mhm.
um, like there's, I don't think people are, I think, are kind of sleeping on Crypto.com.
They are.
On February, we had a massive token burn. 70 billion tokens were burned. If we look at the supply now, it's 30 billion, 25 billion in circulation. And here's my point. Back in these areas here, back in August, September, that token burn did not happen. So we are below the areas from back in September in
Where we
August,
had more supply.
where we had a 70% more supply. Back when there were 70 more billion tokens in circulation, the price was higher than it is right now. Folks, take that in. I don't think the market realizes like we are below the price action before we had that token burn. That's a big deal. I actually think Crypto.com is like very undervalued.
Telling you, man, I think it's actually gonna be up there with those big guys at one point. Right now,
I
it's
think
sitting
so,
at
man.
the
Yeah,
12-cent region. Even if
tons
like,
of services.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, they're in. Yeah, go ahead, please. Yep.
No, I'm just saying, like, I really highly suggest guys go to crypto.com, just check it out in general, see what it's all about. And I'm pretty sure, and even check crypto.com business, right? The business aspect, not the business aspect, sorry, the business section for businesses. They're actually helping onboarding, on ramping a lot of those businesses into the crypto world. And even us at one point, we're looking at it in terms of trying to, invoice certain services we are doing.
Percent, yeah.
So it's just pretty good, man. I love it. I love crypto.com. And even if you're looking at the screen overall, you'll see here, even if we're just looking technicals overall, you'll see here that there's just a clear resistance to the top here, clear bottom where we see buyers will try to typically comment right now. They came in at the 9 cent. I think it's only, you know, like sky's the limit right now for crypto.com, and the more they keep on developing and keep on onboarding a lot more users, which they are, the more it will be easier for that price action to continue to go up, man. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good so far. I like it.
Yeah, no, and look, they're constantly developing too. Back when the NFTs were hot, super hot at their peak, they just released an NFT marketplace. No, these guys are on top of their shit. They provide tons of services. They're one of the first big players to have like crypto credit cards. Crypto.com is like heavily innovating in this space. I actually like man, you know what? Like the more I think about it, the more I think you could be right. I don't like, who knows if they'll be the next Binance, because I don't know if they have like the Binance Smart Chain, if they have like the Crypto.com chain where, you know, you can build on top of like the Crypto.com chain. But I think they have enough that that is very interesting. That, you know what, I'm actually gonna buy some Crypto.com right now on the live stream.
Oh.
I've convinced myself. I'm buying some right now on the live stream. Look, again, the bull run could be over. This could just drop 50%. I'm willing to hold the next 4 years. At this point, the way I'm operating is that anything I buy right now, I'm willing to hold for the next 4 to 5 years. And Crypto.com is one I'm willing to hold for the next 4 to 5 years. So
yes,
I'll literally buy some Crow right now on the live stream.
So in the meantime, here we got 186 people watching this. So if you guys like the stream so far, you know, please like the stream. It will help out with the engagement a lot and just helps us reach more and more people. But overall, right now, man, I'm seeing, just looking at the chats. Apparently, the U.S. Treasury said Biden's administration proposals to strengthen tax compliance includes a requirement for the transfer of at least 10,000 crypto. Damn. Again, Saint Pierre, GSP. We got GSP in the house. I don't know if you know who GSP is, but
he's it's a drug, isn't it? GSP.
I guess so, man. He's just a mixed martial artist. Apparently.
Okay, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, he left fighting for crypto. He likes crypto now. So, but I think there's something that came out right now from the SEC or just the U.S. government in terms of crypto. So maybe we'll take a look at that after the stream and update you guys at the end of the day when we live stream again or put out more videos. But yeah, man, what else do we got here? Did you buy a billion crows so far or what?
Definitely not a billion crows, but like again, like I sold the vast majority of my Polygon to kind of take some profits, like actual profits, like stablecoin profits. But I find myself just buying the dip on everything.
So that's actually true, by the way. Sorry to cut you off here. So U.S. Treasury calls for 10K Bitcoin transfer to be disclosed to the IRS. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I feel like that's normal though. Like whenever, yeah, like whenever you like bank to bank transfer, if you transfer 10K, that gets reported too.
100%.
Yeah, so like at the end, I don't think these regulations are anything to be scared of. I think they're needed because like once we actually
to make us, it just makes the market more mature, man. We need
yeah, and for adoption use case to grow, for companies that start adopting crypto, we need regulatory clarity. These companies need to know what's the security, what they need to report, what they can buy, what they can hold, what the taxes are. Companies need clarity. So again, while you know these regulations and like news regulations might dump the market in the short term because people get spooked, over the long term, having regulatory clarity is a good thing. We want, I mean, again, this lawsuit with XRP, while it did dump XRP in the short term, and it's a giant FUD story in the short term, and it's causing delistings in the short term, once that lawsuit gets settled, and once the SEC clearly defines what is security and what isn't, that's going to provide a shit ton of regulatory clarity, and American companies will be able to proceed and move forward with crypto and crypto adoption with the understanding of what they can and can't do and what is and isn't a security. So ultimately, whatever way that Ripple lawsuit ends up, whatever the result is, I think it will be a good thing for the crypto markets as a whole, because the United States is probably the biggest market out there for crypto. And if they get regulatory clarity, that's a good thing. We want that.
100%. And if that's the case, man, this article just came out. This news just came out 12 minutes ago. I'm just gonna read through it again. Treasury calling for 10K Bitcoin transfers to be disclosed to the IRS. The U.S. Treasury wants Bitcoin users to declare transfers worth $10,000 or more to be reported on the Inland Revenue Services, the IRS. Overall, taking an aim at cryptocurrencies and a report on tax enforcement proposals posted Thursday, the government body said that it will require cryptocurrency transactions worth $10,000 or more to be reported to. Sure, man. How many times are you going to repeat the same sentence? Holy. Cryptocurrency already poses a significant detection problem by facilitating illegal activity, broadly including tax evasion, which is something, we know. It's been there for a while. So I guess flash news. Bitcoin has struggled to shake off its negative stigma with official bodies since its inception. Janet Yellen, known for her crypto skepticism, she got a lot of haters, man, in the crypto world, and others have frequently discussed Bitcoin's role as a vehicle for criminal activity. So look, man, it is what it is. Obviously, we don't want this just to be a tax evasion, haven for a lot. There's a lot of technology behind this, and this is inevitable. This is definitely something, but we need to note that it also noted that the ruling would take effect from 2023 in order to give crypto holders time to prepare. Man, all this news just came literally. They just vomited bad news at us in a week.
All at once, yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. It's like we're in a bull run, the fundamentals were strong, and then all of a sudden within the span of 1-2 weeks, just giant like FUD story after giant FUD story with like Bitcoin and crypto. It's like, this just smells like coordination, and I bet you anything there's like obscure people and with a shit ton of money just in whatever country are buying the shit out of Bitcoin right now at these low levels.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So here's the thing, man. We have 222 people watching. Only 77 likes. That is a financial crime. If you guys want to know the other project I bought on this dip, smash that like button. If we get to 100 likes, I'll share it with you guys. Folks, we've been constantly calling bottomless price predictions. We really, really want to share this chart with you guys. So smash that like button. If not, we'll just leave it to our VIP Discord members. We let our VIP Discord members know this morning what I was buying the dip on. Again, the market is very precarious. Things are kind of up in the air, but I kind of lean more towards bullish. So, I am buying the dip. So, maybe if we get to 100 likes, I'll share with you guys. If not, join our Patreon. You get access down in the description below. So if you click on the link down in the description on our Patreon, sign up, you connect your Discord, and that's how you get access to our VIP group. So if we can get to those 100 likes, then it's super easy. And if you join our Patreon, we actually have posted on the front page step-by-step instructions to connect your Discord to Patreon. It takes, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, not even. If you're real quick, you can do it in 10. So yeah, folks, check that out. So
likes right now. So
yeah, so two likes away. So maybe people don't want us. Maybe we should wrap up here. Maybe people don't want us to keep going here. No, if we can get those likes, because I want to know if people want us to keep going, right? So if people, we'll see if we can get those 100 likes. So what do you think here, man? Should we wrap up? We've been going for quite a while, or should we share this low cap gem with you guys?
You know what? It's at the 99 likes. I'm pretty sure someone's gonna like it in the end. So look, man, give them that last piece of hopium. Right, the last piece of whatever, and we'll wrap it up. Watch out for our videos today, and we'll go from there, man. So it's all yours. It's on 103 likes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, folks. And again, look, we do this because it helps out with the algorithm. The more likes the live streams get, we like increase in the ranking in the YouTube algorithm, and then YouTube will share our stuff more. So that's why we ask for that. So, folks, appreciate the help. Now,
really at this point right now, how we became those people right now. I like the music
And look, also another thing too, man. Like, look, I never thought I was gonna be a YouTuber. I know I sound cringy as fuck, but whatever. It's a job, right? This is what I do. I want the better algorithm thing, right? So just smash that like button. It is what it is, whatever. But folks, look, if you want to save me from sounding like more of a YouTuber, then just smash that like button, and I won't have to say it. So here's what's going on. Audius, I like Audius a lot. I mentioned this thing a lot. The price action, I'm not gonna lie with you guys, does look bearish. We're seeing macro lower highs, we're seeing macro lower lows. This looks bearish. Now, thankfully, we found support on the 200 EMA on the daily exponential movement. Yeah, EMA on the daily. We found support on the 786. We retraced 78%, 79%. Well, no, let's measure it. How much did we retrace exactly from all-time highs? So from all-time highs. 39%. You're a bit off. It's 80%. 80% from all-time highs. Folks, this is Audius, Spotify on the blockchain. It's a music app. They have plenty of partnerships with deadmau5, plenty of users. In fact, I use this app. I downloaded Audius myself, and I don't use it regularly, but I've used it. Like if you go to the App Store or whatever you Apple people do, and you look up
Hey
Audius,
man, watch
you
your
can
mouth.
download it. Yeah, no, look, man. So what? Like this is like a real world, like crypto use case success story, in my opinion. Like if this thing is successful, this could really, really blow up. And look, a few reasons why I like this is let's look up the market cap for audio. So audio, $245 million market cap. And so if I looked up the market cap for Spotify on my other screen, it'll just take me 2 seconds.
You
Bear
can
with
see
me,
here,
folks.
guys, Brendan's extremely paranoid. Recently, he's just looking at security cameras a lot, so we got a bunch of ads going on.
No,
So
I
our
am.
YouTube fame is getting to his head right now.
The YouTube. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm
Sorry,
a
go
changed
ahead.
man. But no, look, if we look at the market cap of Spotify here, like just under 44 billion, right? Look at the market cap of Audius, 245 million. So I'm not saying that Audius is going to get the same kind of adoption news because that Spotify has tomorrow, but I think I remember, if I remember correctly, the token metrics guy saying that when Spotify first launched, like very first launched, it had a market valuation of 8 billion. This is a market valuation of 245 million. I think crypto still is fundamentally undervalued. I still think I still believe in the long-term future of crypto, whether, worst case scenario happens right now or not. I very much believe in crypto long-term. So for me, like, I don't expect to make, again, with the current state of the market, profit soon. I'm fully just willing to hold this thing for a while because I do believe in it long-term. So, anytime this dips, I'll just buy the dip personally. So I bought the dip personally for myself at $1.55, like $75, $80, and then here as well about like $1.40, something like that. So again, what I want to see here with Audius is get above this this previous wick. So you can see how right now we're getting rejected kind of off this wick in this region here. So if we can get above and start to hold above, I'd say let's say 45. If we can start to get above, $1.50, then that's a good sign. But yeah, as long as we hold that 200 EMA, hold this VP0 up under control, hold this this fib level here. So it's basically, as long as you remain above $1 to about $1.15, then we're looking good. As long as we don't drop below that, and as long as we don't make a new lower low, then hey, excuse me, worse could be behind us.
There we go. 100%, man. So we got, what are we saying here? So who's in it, by the way? You said deadmau5 and who?
deadmau5 is like the biggest person they're partnering with.
I see. It's pretty good, man.
Yeah, they have other people, but I'm not. Yeah, they're like heavy EDM. The only reason why I listen to Audius is they have some decent rap remixes, but
Right.
yeah, it's mostly EDM, unfortunately, at the moment.
There we go. Maybe, so what do we have right now? We have 200 people. Maybe as well, I'll share one last one, I guess, for in terms of very low cap that I've been eyeing as well for a while. And if you guys watch the live stream a lot, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it's BitTorrent. BitTorrent right now, I think, me and Brendan always discuss the same thing. I think DeFi definitely took the first shine in terms of spotlight, in terms of crypto as well. And I think the next thing that could be the biggest thing, we already had, blockchain development. Matic is already taking that shine as well. DeFi with Ethereum and all these other, with insurance, with security. I think the next big thing that's gonna really blow up at one point is definitely the file sharing sector, just decentralized file sharing protocols based on the blockchain, based on crypto. And if you guys probably heard BitTorrent for a while here, ever since I was a kid, I was I was stealing programs, softwares and torrents from BitTorrent. Not anymore now, so we don't get I guess demonetized. But
You mean your cousin?
yeah, whatever, man. It was my cousin, definitely. But BitTorrent's
Yeah.
been there for a while. As a team, as a company, they know what file sharing is, and they're just trying to tokenize the largest decentralized file sharing protocol with BitTorrent. Everybody knows BitTorrent right now. It's just pushing itself to the crypto, is just usually utilizing crypto space, and they just got a bunch of stuff going on with their token. The more you seed some of these files to help other people download, the more you you earn more, or even if you're trying to come in to actually download some sort of file or utilize a server, utilize a chain. If you have more BitTorrent tokens, you can have higher speeds of downloads, and that's it. Nothing crazy. You can earn BTT, their token. You can spend it, and depending if you want to be it's just similar to what mining would be, but just reward system for BitTorrent overall. So there's a lot. Yeah.
So proof of stake.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Looking at the chart overall, where did I bought some at? Let's see here. It was looking pretty good. BTT, USDT on Binance, and overall, I keep looking at the 15-second chart, man. This is the daily. We're looking at it somewhere here. Was trying to hold that support at it's not even at a cent, a sixth of a cent. I bought some, and right now I'm trying to accumulate a bit more. I think it was gaining that much of a bit of an attention. Filecoin is the next thing in line, I guess, but it had a nice 600 and some uptrend. Right now, just want to keep on adding more, man. So I think this, even holding this long term, is a pretty good just overall holding that you can have. And even on the short term, if we continue to see that recovery with Bitcoin and all that, we know exactly where this thing can go to the 1.3 cent. Right now, it's not even, it's a fourth of a cent, and that could really mean a lot. So we'll see what happens with Bitcoin. I think there's a nice, good project for you guys to take a look at. Go to their website, see what they're all about, and yeah, man, Audius as well. I've been, you've been drilling Audius into my head a lot recently, so I'm definitely gonna be looking at that too. But tell us, guys, what are you guys looking into? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'd say especially right now, man. Like, look, I don't know, but bull market might be over. I mean, who knows? But regardless, whether it's 3 months from now or 3 years from now, whatever that time frame is, I think Audius has a very good chance of reaching all-time highs and vastly surpassing it. Whether again it's 3 months or 3 years, I don't know. But the longer time goes on, the higher the likelihood increases that we will reach all-time highs and surpass it. Did that verbiage make sense to you? The higher, anyways.
We get what you're saying. It's been an hour and 41 minutes, guys.
It's been an hour and 41. I still haven't had a coffee. I need to kind of
100%.
So maybe we should start wrapping up here. But before we do it, I need to mention someone says Safe Jupiter. It's trash, folks. Do not chase these meme coins. I can not financial advice. Who knows, right? Like maybe you can make money on it if it's just as a trade and you're not, just be aware that these meme coins are trash and they have no fundamentals.
Yes, sir.
That's
hey,
my
man,
two
look,
cents.
we have 217 people here watching the stream. Maybe if they push it a bit in terms of likes, we'll go maybe in terms of like a couple of charts, or should we just close it right now?
I mean, we were supposed to wrap up. So like, okay, what if we do this? Because there's 213 people watching. If we get to 150 likes here, then I'd say we keep going. Because look, we're supposed to wrap it up pretty soon here anyways, but there are a few more charts I want to share. There's actually another thing I actually bought the dip on. So how about this, man? If we get to 150 likes, that'll let us know if the people want us to keep going here. If we get to 150, then we'll keep going. Maybe share some more things here. Yeah.
So we'll maybe give it 5 minutes right now if that's the case. I see some chats going on. People want to take a look at Theta, B Pro, H bar. Yeah, man.
Yeah. No. Oh, by the way. So here's the thing. So someone mentioned before, like update the 1K to 10K challenge. So let me just give a brief update while we're waiting here to see if we get 150 likes before we wrap up. If we can't get the 150. So for the 1K to 10K challenge, I'm still an Audius. I bought an Audius at $1.80. I'm gonna hold it again. Bull market, maybe a little bit up in the air right now. Regardless, I love the fundamentals. So who knows? This 1K to 10K challenge might take a while depending on what Bitcoin does. But again, I'm still holding this Audius at 180 here. So what are you looking at in terms of your kind of 1K to 10K thing here?
So recently I realized I was day trading my own account, right? And I'm like, I should have just did the same thing for.
Yeah, you should have done it for the challenge. Yeah. It's free money. Yeah.
But I've been wanting to. So that's the thing. So are we focusing mainly on swing trading with this, or
do whatever? No, you can any kind of trading.
Okay.
Any kind of trading.
Okay,
you can 100x leverage on Dogecoin if you want.
100%. So I've been really looking at Matic. I've been looking at those just day trading overall, right? And Matic, Sushi, And yeah, I think maybe some point here we'll look at doing some, live trading and just showing what how we go about things and all that. But in terms of a swing trade, I wanted to add definitely more money to BTT, some into crypto.com, just to have something, maybe 50% of whatever we have into those, since we're just really falling right now, where we're all the way in the bottom, and where it looks like we're trying to form some sort of a support with Bitcoin. Everything is really low, so we might put like 50% of what we have, so the $500 into two of those, so BTT and crypto.com, and just the remaining, half of that 250, just day trade it and leverage it. So and that's depending obviously by the day, whatever has the most volume, whatever is moving the most. It's been really matic for me recently, so yeah, that's the plan so far. BTT, crypto.com, and $250 leverage the hell out of it. By the way, since we're talking about our 1k 10k challenge, Atani, we're doing that on Atani, guys. If you know what Atani is, one-stop shop for all your crypto, I guess, needs. Overall, you can access all these different exchanges from their platform through an API connection. And funny enough, yesterday, while the whole market was actually down, if you're going on Binance's and Coinbase user interface, Atani was still running like it's nothing, just because they're using the API service. So something to keep in mind, man. When things go crazy, Atani's where it's at. So I really like that. Today they shared the article with us, so we'll put that in the description as well, and in our Discord for you guys to take a look at it. It's it's definitely something, if something's going, if Binance and Coinbase is going down, their API was still running. Atani's running on their API, and yeah, man, servers were still up 100%.
Dude, that is such a good point. Folks, the other day, I was trying to sell Matic, and I was trying to withdraw from one exchange to another from Celsius, and it was not working. Bunch of exchanges were down. Coinbase, Celsius was taking forever because everyone was moving everything all at once. But Atani was up. And folks, we're using Atani for our 1K to 10K challenge. It's just an exchange aggregator. So you download Atani, go to the link in our description. Maybe if you want to post the link down in the comments as well. Yep. So if you go to the description, if you click on Atani, download it. All right. All you do is that you go to your exchanges, you copy a code, you paste it into Atani, and then you do all your buying and selling through Atani. So instead of us, because we're going to be trading on a bunch of different exchanges, connecting to like the dozens of exchanges every time we want to buy and sell something, we just connect our exchanges to Atani, and then we can do all our buying and selling just through the one interface on Atani. So we highly recommend you check it out. Go check out Atani. Click on the link, download it. It's down in the description below. And it was up, man.
I just pinned it right now.
In the comments, perfect. Yeah, so go to the comments, click on Atani. It's our favorite exchange aggregator. I mean, they are the channel sponsor as well. So if you like us, support them. And if you want to make your life easier, go check out Atani. Not to mention that it's free. By the way, they have a paid service, but the vast majority of what they offer is absolutely free. So go check that out as well. Once it comes down to taxes, like once we flip 1K to 10K, all we have to do is click on a single button. It prints out a tax form, which you usually have to pay hundreds of dollars for. So again, Atani will make your life so much easier once it comes time to do taxes. So 100%,
especially with today's, if you go anything about 10K, you gotta make sure you report it to IRS. They're back.
Yeah, no, back. Literally. So like if you want to make your life easier, go check out Atani. If not, keep chugging along, making your life harder. So definitely go check out Atani now.
Yes, sir.
Oh, before we forget here, because I know we're trying to wrap up here, Benji Boy with the $2 super chat. First off, thank you for the support. If you like audio, you gotta like ICP and Engine. So I'm somewhat familiar with Engine. I'm not too familiar with ICP, so I'll look into it.
Let's see.
Internet computer. Okay, interesting. Yeah, no, we'll look into it. Thank you for the support. Yeah, I don't know if you have any last words here, man. Because here's the thing. We said if we got to 150 likes, we'll share with you guys another low cap gem that I bought the dip on. We didn't get to 150 likes. That's okay. We'll just share that with our VIP Discord members. If you guys want to join our VIP Discord, you get access to our Patreon. Click the link down in the description below. As well, we're not going to talk about details until things are more finalized, but what we will say is that we are bringing changes to our VIP Discord group. And again, those that got in early will benefit from being early. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, again, the people who got in early to our VIP Discord group will definitely benefit. We're going to be bringing changes, bringing a lot more value in the near future here. So again, folks, we highly consider you join before these changes are implemented, because again, the people that got in early will benefit. So yeah, man, you got any last words there?
No, I think, look, man, we're pushing closer to the 2 hours here. I guess let's just wrap it up. We're good, I guess. Overall, I see some chats talking about Bitcoins is dropping right now or no. So maybe just that last thoughts on Bitcoin. We're definitely going to see retracements still. Don't expect it to happen right away. Overall, when we're just fully just dropping like this, really very low levels, extreme leverage being, taken out of the market, traders just getting annihilated in terms of their long over leveraged positions. We're going to see, a bit of indecisiveness in the market today, right? Indecisive candles look like this. Wicks to the top, a bit of a box and a narrow body that we usually, if you watch our channel, you'll see us always talking about the same thing. Something like this, right? And another wick to the bottom. Now, it looks like right now, this is what we're sitting at right now. This is just telling me there's a lot of indecisiveness in the market. So we need to wait and see, guys. And if you're looking for a bit more confirmation, looks like we're trying to find that support at these lower levels here. So that's what we're saying. Bitcoin might be trying to make those higher lows. And yeah, every time we reach somewhere to the top there, we're trying to get back up, trying to get back down to retest those lower levels. It looks like we're trying to do that right now. So Bitcoin, this level we're looking at 39,300 at the moment. Looks like where that support was found. Could be pushing back up again right now. And yeah, we'll see how that plays out. So give it some time, guys. Patience is key in this market. Don't try to rush everything. Even with everything we're telling you right now, we are also taking our time to see what Bitcoin tells us. We want to see the market talking to us first before we assume what the market will have to say. Give it some time. It's okay to just maybe, not bounce back in and you're losing on some sort of like 20 or maybe 15 to 20% just because you want to time this better. Give it some time. Let's see how it goes. Sometime soon here, maybe Bitcoin goes up and actually falls again from this and tries to retest those lower levels. We're at a very, very critical level right now at the breakout from before here. As soon as we broke above this $38,000, we came back down to retest it, and as soon as we broke that level, you see this just fully push the price action to these higher levels. Right now, we're sitting exactly at that level. We want to see, is it going to hold or no? If it doesn't hold, we're in a bit of a trouble. If it does, good thing for Bitcoin. Let's see what the next days tell us. But besides that, man, if you have any last words, I guess we're pushing to the 2 hours, so maybe yeah, you guys can wait for us. At the end of the day, we'll make another live stream or something. Yeah, but we'll definitely let the people know.
Yeah, we'll start wrapping up here, but I will leave you guys with this. I'll let you guys know when I will start to breathe a sigh of relief with Bitcoin is once we can flip the 200 simple moving average on the daily and the 200 exponential moving average on the daily from resistance into support. Those are two extremely significant macro high time frame support / resistance levels, trend lines or trend levels that are extremely significant that we're currently finding rejection off of, which is concerning. Now, this day does have 6.5 hours left, and maybe, who knows, it takes maybe a few days to get back up here. But if and when Bitcoin decides to flip these two levels from resistance into support and hold these levels, once Bitcoin gets above 42,000 and holds 42,000, that's when I'll breathe a sigh of relief. That's when I'll start to say, okay, here, we're starting to see some signs of a bit of strength. But until that happens, we're extremely precarious, and Bitcoin is very worrisome right now. So in terms of what I'm looking out for to kind of breathe a sigh of relief is 42K in these two moving averages.
Yes, sir.
So that's what we need to look out for with Bitcoin.
Perfect. So
yeah. Yep.
I guess this is it. So an hour 53 minutes. If you're good, man, I'm good. You have anything else to say, or we're good to go?
One last thing is once we get to 100 Patreon members, we're going to be giving away a free hardware wallet. So again, folks, join our VIP Discord. Go click on the link down in the description below. If you want to follow our 1K to 10K challenge, click on Atani, the exchange aggregator. The link is down in the description and in the comments. So go click on that. And as well, just thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for your support. Stay with us. Bull market or bear market, there's going to be plenty of money to be made. We're not going anywhere, so we cannot wait to share with you guys the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency news and analysis, the factors we're looking at, and hopefully help make you guys more confident investors. So stay tuned, folks. That's it for me.
Thank you guys for being a part of this. It's been fun. Benji, I see your donation. Thank you again for the $2. Thank you guys for all the nice comments. Have a great day. Stay tuned for the end of the day here. We're definitely going to live stream and we'll let you know. And also join the Discord. Have a great day.
Take care, folks.